everybody? It's Kelly. Welcome to another edition of Haunt Life Tonight, and we got a doozy for you.
It's a doozy, all right.
It's a doozy. Right here, that's T-O-double-D-Z, Pepe Le Feichuan. He's right there.
Hey, it's me. Yeah, Kelly, like you're saying, I'm so excited about tonight's show. We're really kicking some butt on the new attraction, Delirium. We got some breaking news on that. Reapers Recalled is going to be great. They're talking about our Gore Camp stuff. And then speaking of Gore Camp, we got a special guest. She bought tents from us years ago, and Kim from Kim's Crypt is going to be our special guest tonight. Yeah, I'm so pumped about the whole thing, and really, viewers have been really reaching out to us. We want to hear your questions. We will put stuff on the show, and now that we're getting settled with being back to work, we're really going to start adding some new elements to the show. We're trying to bring special guests each week from different haunts, and we have some, like I talked with Kim about, some ghost hunting stuff. We got all kinds of ideas. So, Kelly, where are we going now?
Breaking news.
Let's break some news. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Todd. You might notice that Kelly's not with me, and the crazy thing is I couldn't find where him and I recorded news yesterday. So I'm doing the news right now because I wanted to make sure the show was on time tonight. We're pretty excited about everything that's going on up here at Reapers. Delirium is getting out of control. The walls are going in tomorrow. We will have light on them. As you can see on the screen right now as we speak, this is our new Delirium logo. We're so excited that we're actually getting the branding all hashed out. We're putting it with all the other attractions, getting our marketing stuff going. We're moving forward. We're ready to open this year. We're just taking one step at a time, preparing for whatever happens with everything in the community. We want to be safe. We want to have protocols in place, but we're excited about everything we're doing, and we will keep you posted. But I'll tell you what, right now, we need to move forward. Let's go see Kim. Oh, you're going to like her. Here comes Kim's from Kim's Crypt as our special guest. Thank you.
We're back. A very, very special guest today. I'm super excited to have Kim from Kim's Crypt with us.
I know. Look at that girl down there. I'm so pumped to have you.
I got my head. I got my new severed head that Cookie made. He is one of our characters at Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill in Spring Grove, PA. He made this thing. Look at the detail in this. Look at the eyes. Look at the tongue. Oh, yeah, getting all up in your face. Look at that.
Kim, I'll tell you, we're so excited to have you here with us today because I knew just that was going to be happening. There's never a dull moment when you're around. So listen.
Here's our new flyer.
Yeah.
Our coupon.
There you go. So Kim, let's just jump in because I see what you're doing already, and I had my order of questions I was going to ask you, but I'm jumping right to everywhere you go. You are the promotion queen, girl. You are doing everything. Tell us about your passion, what's going on, and how you are so good at your promotion.
I tell you, all I do is I take these flyers, whether we have flyers, brochures, business cards. I always have something with me at all times, whether it's in my bag, like taking it to the doctors, the dentists. I mean, the grocery store, no matter where I go, these flyers are with me at all times. And as you can see, this one has our dates, our times, our location, kimscrypt.com in Spring Grove, PA. We're open, and on the back, we get a sponsor. And we have the sponsor pay for the flyer, and they are the Ghost Pit. And we have ghost tours at Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill as well. We have one. Our next one is coming up July 11th, 6 to 10 p.m. Only $35. It's a great deal. You get to actually experience and encounter real ghosts and a paranormal experience at Kim's Crypt Haunted Mill. And this goes back to the 1700s, these buildings I have on my property. And it's amazing. So I'm passionate about it. I believe in it. I feel it from the heart, and I love it. And I've been doing this for 27 years now, officially as Kim's Crypt. But all my life I've been, scaring people and making haunted houses in my parents' backyard, in their living room, and all that. But I just love it. So yes, I am the promoting queen. I am a walking billboard of my T-shirts all the time selling T-shirts, hats, hoodies, dog tags, do-rags, you name it, we got it. I mean, sunglasses, you name it, we got it all.
I know anywhere we go, we always know we can buy something from you. I mean, I could be in a stall in the bathroom and I could say, "Hey Kim, I need a handkerchief or something." You pop over the stall and you'd sell it to me. I know,
I got it.
It's crazy. Yep.
But
I think what's interesting there is you said you got your sponsor on the back. I don't think a lot of haunts put sponsors on the back. They're paying for your promotion that you're putting out there tirelessly. That's an awesome angle.
Yeah, and it's a great deal too, because not only does the sponsor get the promotion, because this is what happens.
Look at that mug right there. Look at that mug.
What?
That's the Kim's Crypt mug.
Yo, yeah, that's cool. That's so cool. Wait a minute, let me get it off of me and get it on. There we go. Yes, Kim's Crypt mug, and we got new mugs. Hold on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Meanwhile, we'll talk with Frankenstein. Hey, Frank, how is it living with Kim? Frank
new
didn't have a
mug.
lot to say. Oh,
Check
very
this
cool.
out. For only $12, 2 for $20, you can get a brand new 15-ounce mug with the logo on both sides, green inside. Microwave safe. KimsCrypt.com. I got you.
I can't even deal with this girl. We're going to have you on weekly now. This is ridiculous.
And it's all natural. I just want you to know this energy is natural. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any of the wacky weed. And as of May 13th, I don't even do caffeine. Can you believe that? None. Looking at you.
I need to have a sip of my coffee now that you said that.
It's all natural. So, but yeah, as far as these flyers go, I mean, and the thing is that I'm passionate about it. So when I give them to somebody, I'll say, hey, check out Kim's Crypt, Haunted Mill up in Spring Grove, PA, featuring 6 attractions, zombie escape room, and more. We have food vendors. We have a bunch of fun stuff, games, and we're interactive. You can get pictures. And even if you don't want to go in, we have fun stuff for you to do with hanging out. And it's just a great time for all ages and everybody. And then I give them a flyer, and usually they'll turn it around to this side. And they'll say, and I'll promote that. That's our sponsor, the Ghost Pit. And they can do paranormal ghost tours, so you can get a ghost tour of your place, or you can come to our place and check out Kim's Crypt Ghost Tours.
Wow. Well, Kim, I mean, I think it's great, being a fellow Pennsylvanian haunt. I think it's great what you're doing for our state and our industry. While we're talking about your location, why don't we, give us a little bit of the historical background and what makes that location so special?
Well, what makes it used to be the Haunted Mill Scream Park, and it was there I bought the Haunted Mill Scream Park in 2014 at an auction, and it was already historical because the buildings are from the 1700s. So the stone house, that's one of my 9 rental properties. I have tenants that rent for me, and they all live there, and they all manage and help me with the haunt too. It is just spooky, scary, and it's we don't have to put up a facade. We don't have to put up anything because it's already there. The stone house, the bricks, the inside, everything is right there. We don't have to add any like a lot of people put up their I'm talking about, like their like we don't need to put up a backdrop or anything because our backdrop is natural. It's already there,
right,
because of the history of the buildings. And there's actually, people say that they've seen and felt presence, and that's what this Ghost Pit thing is all about. And it's pretty cool because there is definitely spooky feelings inside these buildings that are so old. And we're renovating half of the mill this year, so it's going to be all new. So the right half of the mill is going to be the same as you've seen with the water wheel and the bridge, the vibrating bridge and all that. But the left half is all going to be new, and we've renovated it. Now it's still historically spooky looking, but it's going to be all different scenes, different characters, because it was time for a change. But it's still that old mill feel that everybody's used to from the 30 years we've been around. 32.
Well,
yeah.
And I want to get to Kelly here in 1 second. Kelly, I'm going to want something because you've been there, and your personal experience has been great. But before I move forward and I forget, Kim, I want to speak in the future about this ghost stuff, because I had an idea for the show. A lot of our team has wanted to do some paranormal stuff, especially a few of my guys from New York. They've really been into this. And I was thinking about putting on Haunt Life Tonight, having some Hunting the Reaper kind of paranormal ghost tours, like just doing some stuff and just kind of having like our own little 10-15 minute spot where we hunt some, we hunt some ghosts. So we got to talk about that. Don't let me forget. But Kelly, tell us about your experience at Kim's. Like, what did you see? You got a lot to say.
We went for the all blood experience evening. It was a long, soaking wet trip around the property. It was fantastic. It's a beautiful, unique haunt. That's what she was saying with the old buildings. It really is a unique haunt, a unique space that she turned into a haunted attraction. And a lot of it is like you don't need a backdrop. And
yeah.
What I will say from my experience there is that the people that are in charge, or the people that are working, they are in makeup, they are out front, they are acting. And that's one thing I wanted to ask you. How are you every night? Are you in character?
Yes, every single night. Yep, every single night you see me in my costume and my character with my severed head, like so, walking around, greeting people, meeting people, getting in their face, taking pictures. Sometimes they want me to walk through with them. Some of the younger kids are scared. I might do that. I can't do it for everybody, but sometimes you got me. I'm out there. Cookie, Trixie, Joe plays about 9 different characters. He might be on stilts one day. He might have this like ghost face makeup the next day. He's just crazy. This guy, he does his own different characters, and he's got that car. I don't know if you saw his car, not the hearse. Those are mine, but his car, and it jumps up and down. It's got the shocks on it, and it plays the music, and it's real creepy. He's got the little creepy ghost car out there. So, and these people are very passionate about what they do, as I am. And they are constantly, in character, not breaking character. We have people on pedal bikes riding around, and they're in character. So we have these 4 pedal bikes, and they're really cool. And they're like 3-wheelers, 4-wheels, and they ride around, and people get pictures with them. Some of them are clowns, some of them are little zombies, some of them are, you don't even know what they are. But it's really neat. They ride around like before we open, and then once we open, they go in their parts, and then we have. Like I said, me, Trixie, Cookie, Joe, and then several others that make guest appearances as well. Because sometimes we're open on Sundays, and we'll have people from other haunts come and guest act with us. But as far as my character, definitely out there every single night, greeting the people, meeting the people. The only time you may not see me, and this happened, I think, twice last year, my band opened for Slaughter, so I wasn't able to be there that night because we were open for Slaughter at the Fish Tank Cantina. I'm the drummer and the backup vocalist for Scarlet Angel, and we have 3 CDs available, 3 for $30. Contact me, you're going to love it. If you like the old school metal, that's us. I'm the drummer and the backup vocalist.
I love that. There's nonstop promotion on Haunt Life tonight. Kim, we're going to need to get some commercials on here with all the stuff that you got to sell. And you know what? Hey, one drummer to another, because I've been a drummer since I was a kid. Good job. Good job. So, she's going to get a drum set right now.
Hey, so that's what I do. Play
Very
the drum.
cool.
Scarlet Angel's my band again. So, but also the only other night I wasn't there this year is when I had 2 hearse rentals on Halloween. I believe it was Halloween night, 2 hearse rentals. So I wasn't there. I did a wedding in the daytime and a wedding at night. So I do hearse rentals in my 1968, 88, and 92 Cadillac hearse. I have 3 hearse, and you can rent it out for weddings, proms, funerals, birthday parties, surprise your boss in his parking spot, and more. So that's what I do as well. We also do birthday parties at the hearse.
Horses aren't sitting around. I like it.
I know. Now we could sit here and talk with you all day, Kim, but obviously we've got limited time on this show, and the final thing I want to get to is. You got the shirt on. What's up with the camp out? Tell us about
camp out.
Yeah.
Kim's Camp Out started in 2016 as an idea that we had that was just going to be an overnight horror experience, show some movies, roast some marshmallows, have some fun, open the haunted houses, no big deal, right? Well, one of my posts, I kind of put it out there as like, we could drag you out of your tent, get you bloody, get you messy. And people loved it. They gravitated towards that, and they loved it. So we kind of went in that direction as well. So we did it in 2016, 17, 18, and 19. That we did 4 years in a row. We're talking people love it. Now we have a safe zone for people that don't want all that craziness, but we have a scare zone and people love it. And we actually bought our tents from you guys, and then we had to buy more. But it is a very unique experience, unlike any other. We're talking people love this and they're so passionate about it. They come back year after year after year. They get a free t-shirt and a gift bag, and we supply dinner, breakfast, snacks, and you get the s'mores, the ghost stories, the real ghost stories by our own people that have actually encountered things happening in the attractions. And I mean, each year is very unique. We're talking people we got like little plungers in between their legs, and they run. They got to put it in between the toilet paper roll in between the other person. So it's pretty freaky looking. They have a good time. They meet people. We got people with Kim's Crypt tattoos, because that was a part of the scavenger hunt. Because the more points you got, the person with the most points at the end of the morning won cash prizes. So they were getting tattoos. They were shaving their heads. They were putting their head in what looked like dog food and mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce or whatever it was. It was crazy. And then there was other people that had like bad makeup, and they were walking around with ladies' makeup on. Yeah, men with ladies' makeup. It was crazy. It was just an insane 13 hours of pure terror on 62.5 acres. Kim's Crypt Camp out, kimscrypt.com. But we did not do it this year, not even knowing about the virus. We didn't do it this year because we were taking a break, and it drives Trixie insane. Trixie is the black and white clown. She's crazy. She was driving her insane, and we needed a break anyway. And then the virus happened, so we got lucky this year with not doing the camp out. But we may bring it back next year. We may.
Well, I'll tell you, Kim, again, I could talk to you for hours because, one, we all feed off your energy. We love your energy, and we love how passionate you are about the industry. And, yeah, everybody, kimscrypt.com. Check out everything this girl's up to, and check out her band. Very cool that you opened for Slaughter. I mean, I remember them back in the day. I grew up on that, just like I'm sure all of us did. And I want to say one last thing. Thank you for spending your birthday with us a couple of years ago. Thank you.
Yes. We came to Reaper's Revenge on my birthday. That was so much fun. You guys gave us a behind-the-scenes tour. You were so polite when we had pizza with you guys. It was so much fun. And it was just the best birthday gift ever to go to another haunted house that wasn't even open, and you guys catered to me, not even knowing me, and I just love that. Thank you. That was great.
Well, Trixie paid us to be polite. Trixie paid us. All right, Kim, we love you. Awesome job. Thank you for being an industry icon. Love what you do. Can't wait to see you at the trade show again. Let's hope we have a trade show this year. I know we're gonna. Yeah. And let's just hope we all have a killer season, because I know everybody's dying to get out. We all got this energy. Let's get the hell out and do what we do.
And like I tell everybody, don't just go to one haunted house. I mean, go to Kim's Crypt, go to the other ones, go to Reaper's Revenge. We're only like maybe 3 hours from each other.
Yep.
You know? So come to PA, come to ours, get a room, go to theirs the next night. You'll have a great time. We need to partner up and go to Kim's Crypt, have maybe $5 off coupon to go to Reaper's. We need to partner up like that, so we would do that.
So she infuses that even further promotion. She's ready to get us on her brochure. I love it. Yeah. I love it. All right, Kim. Well, thank you. We'll see you soon, hon.
All right, thank you. KimsCrypt.com.
evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Reaper's Revenge Recalled with my lovely co-host, Jen Marino. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
So today we're talking about one of the Easter eggs of Reaper's Revenge. It's one of the things that was a one-off. It happened once. It has been talked about over the years, but only a certain niche group of people ever got to know exactly what it was. Only a certain niche group of people got to participate. And people came from all over the United States to be part of it. What I am talking about today happened 6 years ago in 2014, and it was called Gore Camp.
Gore Camp. So, for those of you who don't know what Gore Camp was, it was, like Michael said, a one-off event that was held by Infect Scranton. Right, there it is. Right at Reaper's Revenge. It was an overnight immersive, horror-filled camping experience. What that means, we set up tents in the woods. We had the campers come and they hung out on the property all night, and our monsters got real weird with it. So I think we got some pictures that we show, but oh, that's actually, I think this is from the zombie run. I was just about to mention that. So we also, I think it was the weekend after Gore Camp happened, we hosted Infect Scranton's Zombie Survivor Challenge. Another thing that happened once at Reaper's Revenge, and it was a classic 5K race with the zombies chasing the racers, and it was a really good time. Lots of celebrities came for that one.
Here we go. Here's the photo from Gore Camp I was looking for.
There it is. This is one of my favorite pictures, because right there in the middle, that's Amy Seacall. She's a huge part of our team now, but I think this was her first night ever on Reaper's Revenge property, and she really got vetted this night. Sweetest girl I know, and we had her feeding, not maggots, mealworms. She had this bucket full of mealworms, and they would come. For a little more backstory on Gore Camp, so we had stations set up. So the campers would walk through the woods to do all these challenges. And at Amy's station here, it was her and this witch lady. It was really fantastic makeup job. But they had to eat all this weird stuff. I don't know what else they had to eat, but I do know she was feeding people mealworms, and they were a little crunchy, lots of protein.
It was interesting. I mean, I participated as well. I was one of the people who ran one of the torture areas, and I mean, this thing was nuts. I mean, I don't remember ever doing anything like it. It was probably the first time that we ever took haunting with the group of people that we were with to the next level of extreme, in-depth, immersive haunting. This was an opportunity for the people who were diehard customers for the horror world and really wanted to kick it up a notch. This was how it was done. When you're at Reaper's Revenge, you go through a series of attractions with trained actors, and the training was the same for the people at Gore Camp as well, because our actors have been trained and they were a lot of people that were performing the actions. However, this was more immersive. This was more aggressive. This was more horrifying, and also very, very messy. Now, some of the images that we're going to show, to a degree, could be considered, graphic. They were interesting. Every customer paid to do this. Every customer signed a waiver, and it was the marketing and the advertising really put forth the idea of how extreme this thing could be. You know what I mean? It wasn't like some of the most scarier parts of Reaper's Revenge where, we strap you down onto a table inside Sector 13, or people are popping out at you, et cetera, et cetera. But this was several levels beyond that. And a prime example of this is right here. So customers signed up for this.
Yes. Yeah. Full discretion. They completely signed a waiver. These people were smiling on their way out. But this is a great photo. He is he or she, I can't really tell in this photo, but straight up saran wrapped to a tree, bag overhead, probably just moments before had been sleeping peacefully in their tents, thinking that the night was over. Because we started this night with a series of, extreme challenges throughout the woods. And I don't know that they actually knew that this, kidnapping part was going to be part of the experience, because we gave them some downtime in between. We let them go get in their tents and get settled, thinking that was it for the night. Little did they know we had much more up our sleeves.
it was really aggressive, and I mean, it was for the diehard people who really want that horror experience, and it was led on by Travis, and there's Paul, two of the owners of Reaper's Revenge, and this very much sums up their relationship in general. Paul's just kind of joking out Travis, and Travis has to keep his mouth shut. But it's this was a really, really cool experience that we only did once, and we had so many different things happening. We had the movie experience, we had dinner, everybody was camping inside of a tent. I don't have any photos of the tents, unfortunately.
No, I couldn't pull up photos of those tents. I do have one in my closet, though, that I use for camping, and there's still blood stains on it. So that makes for an interesting experience. I love this picture, though. I think this was the day that Paul and Travis had gone shopping for some supplies for Gore Camp. So we were trying out all these different tactics that we might use on our guests for the evening. This particular tactic did not get used. We did not duct tape anybody's mouth except the bosses.
Exactly. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of things. We used saran wrap, we used burlap, we used, at any time everybody was able to, have normal functionality. We had safe words. My camp safe word was mango. I forget what Paul's camp was. And I mean, we had people using the safe words, and it was just because, they were scared. You know what I mean? We were taking them out into parts of Reaper's Revenge that had never been trekked before by a customer. Paul brush hogged all those areas down, and we used trees, and it really was, an aggressive sight to see. At some points I was actually just like, wow. People really sign up for this, and we're talking all ages. It was 18 minimum, and we had people all the way up to ages 55, 60 years old, and they were coming from, I remember we had some people there from Milwaukee, we had some people there from Florida. People traveled for this event, and it went over really well. And the cool thing about it was not only were you tortured, and not only did you get to hang out in camp and at a camping site and watch some good horror movies, eat some good food, but you also got to meet several celebrities that have influenced the motion of the horror industry. And right here you have Gunner from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is that Gunner?
Yeah. That's Gunnar Hansen right there. He's at the food. That's actually my food stand, and I thought it was great. He walked up, he ordered a Coke and a hot dog, and I happened to pull out the Legend Coke when they were doing that. So I shared a Coke with the Legends that day, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really cool event. I mean, we had Gunnar, we had several of the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre actors over the years, over the series.
That's all four of them right there.
Absolutely. And then a lot of people, this was right at the height of The Walking Dead. Also, Addie Miller was also present at the event, one of the Infect Scranton events. And, it was a really cool opportunity. And then, of course, out of all that, Mr. Robert Englund himself, wasn't able to make the event. However, he was very supportive of the event. I have a photo of him here somewhere. There he is.
Yeah,
so he too was very supportive of the event. And this was a neat thing. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of people don't even know about it. I remember, just nonchalantly mentioning Gore Camp one time, and most customers from Reapers and most of the people just never really got the chance. We only allowed, I think, 270 people to participate in this.
Yeah, it was a very small event. and that way we were able to, give attention to every person there. It was very, very in-depth and involved. It was such a fun night. For us, I don't know. I mean, the customers, they definitely left smiling, covered in fake blood and mud and
lots of mud, lots of fake blood. At one point in time, I think we started using Jell-O, and people thought it was awesome. Some of the people that really enjoyed this really bewildered me. I was like, if I came to this event, I would be like, nah, Mango, I'm not trying to get covered in blood and stuff like that. Like I know I've worked at Reapers, and I still don't want to get covered in blood and some of the sticky, gooey stuff that you have, Jen. I don't want none of that.
Oh, I had a bucket that night. It was full of oatmeal and onions and some other surprises. And yeah, no, it was great. I was walking around singing greasy, grimy gopher guts and smearing it on people's faces. And like I said, the next morning they're sitting there hosing themselves off like, thank you so much.
I mean, we had our actors, that some of our veteran actors that have been with us for years and years, sign up for this. You know what I mean? And we really had to choose a really good group of actors to participate, just because this was a little bit more. We had to choose responsible actors to kick this up a notch. Never once was it one-on-one with any of the other customers. We had Carl here as the doctor. We had the witch, or the hag out, I guess you should say.
Yeah, I don't remember who's in this, but I know they spent about 4 hours in the makeup chair total. This is actually a makeup done by Brandy Morris, who got her start with Gore Camp. And right now she's working out in LA and making a name for herself. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool to see.
And we had our camp counselors.
Oh, there we are. Yes. All the short shorts. Yeah, this was at the beginning of the night. We had our camp counselors. Everything seemed so nice and peachy when everybody arrived, and, we were all very cheesy, and then it just started getting worse from there.
Oh yeah. It got messy. The hoodies came out, the plastic bags came out, we were all like, I remember this because I had work the next day, and I had to travel to go shoot some sort of event. I can't remember what it was, but I did not sleep very much that night, and it was a very long day the next day. And I feel like it was that way for a lot of people because there was not much sleeping going on. People were watching movies, and they heard chainsaws, and it really was a wild time.
It was.
And the thing was, like, Infect Scranton participated in a number of things, with Reaper's Revenge and its existence. And I mean, we had the Infect Scranton, we had the zombie run. There was a bar crawl at one point in time, which, I know Gunnar participated in because here he is at Backyard Ale House, doing some signings.
Yep.
We also had right here, we had some vendors out there that were selling books and merchandise.
This is actually a picture. This isn't just any vendor. This is John Russo. He was the original writer for Night of the Living Dead. So another great celebrity that we've gotten on property.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. There's some of our
people running. This guy looks like he's in a Ghostbusters costume. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's legit right there. And I think, that next one, that's our makeup team. We provided all of the makeup for those who wish to dress up as zombies for the zombie run. They did a great job. Everybody looked awesome that day. That was a really, really fun day.
Yeah, so Gore Camp. Gore Camp was interesting and cool, and I don't know if it'll ever happen again. I am fine with it not happening again.
Yeah, maybe not Gore Camp, but let's can I just throw it out there? Maybe like an adult night sometime? Like, maybe not as extreme as Gore Camp.
No.
Maybe we can get some of our viewers behind us. We can get a little weird with them, but I don't think I'll ever go as extreme as Gore Camp again. We'll leave that to Kim from Kim's Crypts, and she's actually on today's show also. We sold her the tents. Infect Scranton sold Kim the tents to create her own horror night, and it's called Kim's Camp Out. They're not doing it this year, obviously, but I think in the future they will. They've had 3 or 4 successful years going at it, and I think they can keep that one for the Pennsylvania crowd.
Yeah, I think so too. We had a great time doing it. It's just it didn't quite fit into the Reaper's Revenge business model, and we were happy that we participated, but by no means is it negative that we participated. We just It's just when we're up at Reapers, we're constantly in a rebuild phase every year, and we're doing so much. And having that event was just a lot, for all of us. We prepared for a solid couple weeks, and then we did it for the entire weekend, and then it was just like, are we gonna do that again? We don't know. And the thing is like most people don't know it ever happened.
Now they do. Now wait, they're going to start. Are you sure you're not going to do that Gore Camp again? I still get people every once in a while, the people who do remember it, some of the locals even, they're like, Gore Camp, we should do that again. Like I said, though, check out Kim's Crypts. She's doing it. Not this year, next year. Kim's Camp out. You can get your horror fix, your extreme horror fix from Kim.
Yeah, and I mean, if you haven't been to Kim's Crypt, it is a really awesome haunt. She's an extremely successful haunt owner, and then she really takes on this camp out experience and really takes it to the next level. I was actually asked to go do it at one point in time, and I was like, to be a victim or to be one of the people who participate, or can I just watch? I was hoping for option number 3, but that wasn't quite on the table. So
no, I don't think. Yeah, you got to participate.
Yeah, I don't want to get. I have a beard and long hair. I don't want to get that messy.
It makes for some good memories, though.
I was there for the first one. All the memories I needed. So, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this episode of Reaper's Revenge Recalled. We had an excellent episode with Kim earlier today on this whole Haunt Life Tonight experience. We want to thank her for coming on board and for participating with the show. I know Kelly and Todd really enjoyed it with them. And we'll be seeing you guys next week. Jen will not be here, so it's just going to be me and whoever I find that wants to tolerate me for about 20 minutes. So
oh boy.
The list is very short. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
We're back, man. I gotta tell you, between Kim and Michael and Jen, this was a special episode. It really was. I had a blast. She is a powerhouse of energy. She really is. She makes me happy, and it's not even haunt season. Like, it's haunt season, but it's not. I mean, she just makes me want to go out and scare people right now. Like,
I just love the fact that we were in her living room and that girl could not stop with showing us stuff. She is so passionate about haunting. She has the blood running through her just like all of us do. And that's what this whole show's talking about. Hold on. Kim. Hey, what the hell you calling me? We're right in the middle of doing our outro talking about you and you're calling me. Oh, no, hold that thought. Stay on the phone. So, like I was saying, Kelly, Kim, that was just great being in her living room. I love the fact that I got her on the phone. Now, let's say goodbye to the nice folks out there in the universe, and we will be back next week with Haunt Life Tonight. She's promoting over the phone. I love it. All right, see you, folks.
You still here? It's over. Go home. Go. And get off my lawn.